So I moved to the UK when I was 17, and I got into university and I did sociology and politics in university. It was quite a culture shock being in the UK, and one of the biggest things for me that was a shock was being called black. Once I finished my master's, I always knew that I was going to go back to Ghana.
My name is Raphael. Wonderful people of the diaspora and the diaspora. Here, we talk about the return back to Africa. It is a movement. It is now a movement. How to successfully make the return, during the return, and beyond the return. After the return, how to sustain yourself with your financial means. When you go back, how to sustain yourself. Here, we talk about also how to invest smart during the return, beyond the return, and then also how to generate cash flow. I consider you so much, and I'm bringing you two facts today in this video. Two facts today that you should lean on, that you should consider in order to make the return successfully. If you are here for the first time, please consider to subscribe to this channel. This channel is to sow into your life. It's to invest in your life so that you are part of the diaspora, so we all can make the transition smooth, the process smooth, and networking with one another so that all of us, shoulder to shoulder, we will go up. Imagine, I've been abroad for a generation. It is said that a generation is between 25 and 30 years. In this video, I will share with you two integrated facts for you to win in regard to your return back home. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
I've had moments where my identity has been pushed or questioned. People don't really know where to put you. And I think that's more of a challenge for other people, but it can affect you when you're trying to navigate in the world and people keep putting you in boxes. My name is Francis Kwakupo. I'm based in Accra, Ghana. Jamjar is a creative agency. I set it up in 2013, and its main goal is really to provide locally sourced solutions, creative solutions, efficiency to a range of international brands entering the market. We understand what international brands want and want to achieve on the continent. We've positioned ourselves as that bridge between local markets and international agencies and really bringing them together so they can enter the African market in a way that really speaks to their brand and they don't fall into the same traps and the same sort of mistakes that they make in terms of just being sometimes completely tone deaf. We have worked with Meta, we've worked with Alibaba, we've worked with YouTube, and recently we've added the NFL to that list. The NFL have over 100 players in the NFL that are African or of African descent, but had never really engaged with the continent in a way that they now want to do. So I moved to the UK when I was 17, and I got into university and I did sociology and politics in university. It was quite a culture shock being in the UK, and one of the biggest things for me that was a shock was being called black, which was very odd. Growing up in a mixed race household, it wasn't really something that I ever defined myself by. Once I finished my master's, I always knew that I was going to go back to Ghana. I think it was just a matter of time. And so after a summer of trying to get work, I thought, I can't keep living like this. I had my ticket. I thought, yep, jump on that plane, come back. December 2011, made my way back to Ghana. One of the biggest things is, as a business, you don't really have access to credit in the way that in other countries credit is sort of set up. So everything is bootstrapped and everything is, you've got to find the cash in some way to make it work. Over the next 10 years, I really want Jamjar to cement its position as that homegrown agency across the continent that knows the continent, and that is really guiding brands to enter the market, because ultimately it's our market and we know, the things about it, and give that inspiration to other agencies to do the same thing. I think for me, if you're going to move back to the continent, understand why you're coming, be open to what it has to teach you. Don't come with preconceived notions of what it should be, or how people should think, or how things should be, because it's a different language. You have to learn a different language to get the things that you want.
I bet you enjoyed that video. This is a gem. This is precious. The younger generation after us, they are just like that. They are not like us. They are younger than us. I am part of the Generation X. Those that come after us, the Y, Z, they process things quickly than us. Being part of the first generation here abroad, what we have experienced before we left Africa and come over here and settle in here. So we decided to go back. For us, it's 50-50. But for them, they are able to take the risk. They are risk takers. The generation after us, the generation Y, Z, the millennials, even the younger ones, and beside that, they can take risk. So, but they are really big. And the first fact in regard to that I wanted to share with you is that you must find purpose. You must find the meaning for your return. It's very important. It's psychological. I will keep on repeating it, and it is spiritual. Don't just jump into the wagon. For me, I was able to find that peace. And it's not just for me alone. It's for the whole family. It's for me, for my wife, and for the children. The children, they are born in the diaspora, they are born in the US, and they have options. That was number one fact. And number two fact is that you see the young lady returning from the UK and settle in and settle down her idea, her business in entrepreneurship in Ghana. She understood certain things. As I said, they are not like us. We are 50-50. We always assess the risk. How is it going to be? Am I going to be able to settle in or settle down in Ghana? So they are risk takers, and that's why they are able to be winning big. So number two is that things are not perfect. This is a fact. That's why I'm talking about two integral facts that you should take with you today in order to know that it's going to be part of the process. The return, during the return, and beyond the return. Knowing that will boost your preparation, will boost your confidence. That's why I always ask that, when was the last time you visited home? Things are not perfect. However, you can surf through because you have been abroad for some time and you have acquired so much experience in critical thinking. You have dealt with people, different kinds of people, different kinds of race. That gives you an edge already over everything that you are going to encounter over there. If it will take 5 times, 6 times before you make the complete return, the resolute return, do so. The return, it is based on individuals, how you can take it. So I call it survey the land. Remember, when Joseph was made a prime minister of the land of Egypt, after giving the interpretation of the dream, after being promoted by Pharaoh, the first thing that he did is that he surveyed the land. He went out from morning to the evening and go and survey the land, check the land, evaluate the land, how the landscape is, how the landscape looks like, how are the people, especially the area or the location where you desire to live, you desire to have your residence. For me, I'll share with you, my aim is to reside in Ivory because it looks like a country. It's like what we call here in the United States suburbs. So being in my mid-40s, After I returned, I wanted to live in a place that is quiet. And then also, after many evaluation, I see that it is not far from Accra. It is city. It's not very far. I can drive. I can manage through. And then also, the second thing about Ibre is that it is not that hot like in the city. It is not that hot at all. So the air there, the climate there is breezy. It is something that I like. In addition to that, based on certain investigation, there's no mosquito. There is no mosquitoes in the area. So that minimizes me getting sick of malaria. Therefore, in relation with the video that you just watched of the young lad returning from the UK, what did you learn? What did you learn from what I shared with you? Let me know of your comment. Let me know of your thoughts. Let me know of your opinion in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Ciao.